Hey guys, Omni here. So today we're going to be checking out our poll winner for this month's movie reaction, and that is Return to Oz, the unofficial Disney sequel to the original film with Judy Garland. I've never seen this. The only Wizard of Oz things I've seen has been the original, which I've seen many times, and the James Franco, The Oz, the Great and the Powerful, which was kind of like the prequel, because he played the wizard as he discovers Oz and then stumbles his way into power. I've read a little bit about the books themselves and kind of the actual world there within after a little binge and curiosity that kind of came around that period when that James Franco movie came out. Also, when I was really diving hard into Wicked, because both the book and the musical I'm a huge fan of. And I'm really looking forward to the adaptation that's coming here in the near future. It's one of my favorite musicals, man. Really, really dig it. But it's a very, very, very large departure from the book, because the book it's based on is, woo, pretty dark, real dark. It's a political satire, so it's kind of the nature of the beast. But this, I have no idea what to expect. I know it's Disney. I don't really know who's in it, so we're just gonna go in blind. But guys, like I mentioned, this is our winner for this month's poll. If you want to put forth your own suggestions or vote on what movies we react to over here, you can check those out over on Patreon, or if you become a member of the channel, get you access to the polls as well. You get the watch-alongs for this, you get the watch-alongs for all the shows we cover, you also get monthly Q&As, behind-the-scenes footage, try to make it worth your while since you are going out of your way to support the channel. But of course, another way you can do that, and a simple way you can help us out is just by liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing these videos, because it really does go a long way with helping us here at the YouTube algorithm. With that all said out of the way, gang, let's go ahead and hop into Return to Oz. Here we go. Old Toto. I will say though, unlike Judy Garland, she looks the right age for Dorothy.
Can't you sleep? It's past 1 o'clock in the morning, Dorothy.
Damn.
What, precious?
I wish I could put my...
Oh, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. You are not.
Walk and scare.
She's just a kid, man. This shit really does get to me, man. It really does upset me. Just how many people were probably just forever shut down because the people around them didn't know what to do or didn't understand it. And this electroshock therapy or this ice pick lobotomy bullshit they thought was something that actually worked. And this is, oh man, this is not, I'm not in a good mood at the moment. Like, I barely anything's happening here. I'm already got, like, misty in the eyes, man, because of that. Because, ooh, that stuff just makes me so mad. And sad, man. And that's just the nature of the time. Sad fact to get to where we are today. And even today, like, mental health is still not fully understood and still stigmatized. Not nearly as much. It's getting better, but still.
Oh. See.
What? Like, sure, I kind of see where she's coming from, but that's also like a no-go. You know, like you'd put over something, be like, don't smoke, no smoking. Like, that could be anything. Like, you could make... It's just a circle with a line through it. It's kind of funny. Who is this girl? She looks familiar. Oh, really? That is a really young Fairuza Balk, man. I don't even know if... I've never actually heard her name said out loud. I don't know if I said that right. But, wow, The Craft, Nancy herself, and such a little baby. Aw.
Tim, my friends are in trouble. I know it.
We are in trouble, Dorothy. Lost the old house in a tornado.
Oh, I thought this was the damaged house. But no, they're building a new one.
Broke his leg, Aunt Em.
Dorothy, that leg's mended. It's mended.
Hurry up and get yourself ready. We're going to be late.
Mm-hmm.
The Tin Woodsman used to be made of flesh, like everybody else.
See there, that shot, it looks a little more distinguished.
He kept on cutting off all the other parts of his body until it was all made of tin. Even his head was...
That's all right.
Hmm.
You mentioned something.
Okay, because this was described as being an unofficial sequel to the original, but I think this is more or less an adaptation of the book itself, because none of this was ever covered in the actual movie.
Dorothy, where are those slippers now?
I lost them. They fell off on the way back.
And wouldn't you know, madam, we have found out that sometime.
The hell?
Just like the dreams that you have, Dorothy. Now we have the means to control these excess currents.
Yes.
How about you strap yourself in and give it a test?
Will you bring Toto when you come to get me?
I will. Yes, of course I will.
Why did they bring you here, Dorothy? Because I can't sleep.
So they're going to put me into a permanent sleep. Didn't hear that door open. And look at the dust caked on that countertop, too. I know she's supposedly only here for the night, but it's not going to be her that leaves in the morning anyway, so what does it matter? But still.
What did your aunt tell you?
To do what you told me, Miss Wilson.
Then lie down.
This is so fucking dark, man. Saved by the storm, man.
Wait, we have to get you out of here. What's that? Screaming. Their patients have been damaged. Locked in the cellar. Quick!
Locked in the cellar? Now, is this girl actually a patient or like a figment of her imagination? Or maybe some kind of bleed over from Oz, whether that's real or not. So much more dark than I would have imagined, though. Like, I didn't imagine any of this going into it. Instead of a tornado taking her there, is she gonna get washed into Oz this time? What are you doing? No! Don't get in that! Dude, if this thing flipped over, she would just be trapped in it. And that's how you drown. Hey. She's gotta be in Oz, man. Kansas doesn't have shit like that.
I don't think it's a pond, Belina.
The hell?
Your talking wouldn't be strange at all.
There goes the water.
This is draining.
Maybe this is Oz.
Oz? Well, I think I'll have myself a look around and see if I can find myself some breakfast.
Wait! If this is the land of Oz, then this is the Deadly Desert. If we stay on these stones, we'll be all
I do
right.
remember that from the book, though. Vaguely.
One, two, three. There.
Good thing she was, like, just that close to the border, not dead in the center of it.
Look, Belina. It's a lunch pail tree.
Like the lunch pail her mom gave her. Her aunt gave her before she left. Sorry. Annie M.
Now, make sure you don't.
Pointing with her fucking foot.
And a ham sandwich.
Glad it's not fried chicken.
You know, the ham sandwich doesn't sound all that bad right now.
Your Majesty, she has returned to Oz.
Ooh, it's kind of weird. I like this animation thing that they're doing.
She has a chicken with her.
What the fuck? What is the matter? There's a chicken. Why are they so freaked out about a chicken? but yeah, what is it? She's got a chicken. It was a little weird though. Like you could see like them. They even animated in like a little like tongue motion going in there behind the rocky teeth. Wait, is that her old house?
This is our old house. The one the tornado blew away. This is how I got to Oz the first time.
Looks like it was a rough trip.
Thank you for that commentary, Belina. Much appreciated. Things really went to Dookie once you left.
Oh no.
It's just a yellow brick.
No, Belina.
That's what happens when you put a scarecrow in charge of the kingdom.
Your Majesty, they have discovered the Yellow Brick Road and are on their way to the Emerald City.
They won't get past Mombi.
Mombi? What is a Mombi? No.
Belina,
In the last
that was
5-ish years, maybe a little bit more or less, give or take, like my parents have been trying to get their farm up and running and whatever. Not even like really, but like my mom has gotten real big into raising hens.
Beware the Wheelers.
What's a
Names
wheeler?
every single one of them.
I don't remember them.
Mourns every one of them too. Whatever, like a fox or what the fuck? Hawk gets in there. Now, if these were the Munchkins turned to stone, I mean, they're not all that Munchkin-like. Just a bunch of short kings.
Well, that's what I call just plain carelessness.
Oh, the Tin Man.
Tin Woodsman. Oh, Tin Woodsman, what's happened to you?
I like
What's
his
happened to
design.
everybody?
Oh,
Oh, cowardly lion. What's happened to you?
what the hell? What the hell is that? A wheeler. Oh my god, these are terrifying. Holy shit. I don't know what's worse. The face on the top of their head or the face when they looked up like that? Oh my god, the noises they're making. What was that? That screech! I couldn't even like imitate that at all. Actually, that guy's one of the dudes that like was carting her off. But yeah, man, that fucking squeal he gave is like a little alert, a little over here. It was wild.
I haven't done anything to you.
Isn't that a stolen lunch pail in your hand? Chicken in there with you?
What is their obsession with chickens?
King doesn't allow chickens anywhere in the house.
They didn't allow chickens.
What is it?
I don't know.
Man, what is this thing reminding me of? It looks really familiar. It's not Blitzcrank. Looks like if you combine Blitzcrank with like the Hamburglar or something.
Belina, some directions. Patented clockwork mechanical man. Does everything but live. For thinking, line number 1 on the left arm.
Ah.
Line number 2 on the right arm.
It's like the electrical machine she was plugged into that had all the, like the eyes, the nose, the mouth, all that, and then it had to be wound up and dialed in.
Maybe you can tell us what happened to the Emerald City.
Good morning.
He kind of was beatboxing there for a second.
Yes, sir.
Pleased to meet you. I am Tik-Tok, the Royal Army of Oz. His Majesty the Scarecrow locked me in here and told me to
Wait, he is the army? Like, he is the whole army?
I do not know. Suddenly everything living began to turn to stone. When you did not arrive, I called.
Arrive.
After that, I remember nothing until you wound me up. Thank you.
It was Belina who found the key.
Over here.
Good morning, Mrs. Hen.
And said they're going to throw us into the deadly desert.
From now on, I will be your obedient servant.
I will say, the special effects are pretty solid
Make
for the
sure
time,
the
man.
works are extra tight.
Especially these practical effects, man. Like, he's a pretty damn solid effect. Oh my god. I love it. And the sounds he makes. The bog, 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 bog. Like, he's so hollow, but also still so heavy. Like that bong, 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 bong. Wow, even in the same shot, him walking around, is it stop motion composited in with her, or is there a person in the suit walking around? I'm not. Spin to win, buddy. Spin to win.
I'm a terrible person. I am only a machine, so I cannot be sorry or happy, no matter what happened.
Where's the Scarecrow?
I love how serious he is and blunt.
Princess Mumby.
I don't remember her.
Take us to Mumby. No!
Who is that guy? He does kind of look familiar to me. Ponce Mar. Not ringing a bell. Not anything that he's been in. I haven't seen anything else he's been in. Aside from Dinosaurs, the TV series, but obviously that would have had to have been in heavy makeup.
This Mumby is some
Dude, that Z just looks like Lord Zed. Like, is he creeping around somewhere in here? Going after the Power Rangers? Yeah, that's gotta be a practical thing, man. Because I don't see any, like, comp lines on her. They're sharing shadows, sharing the reflections. I don't know. There, it looked like there might have been, like, a little bit of a compositing line between the two.
Help me to rise.
Man, I wouldn't trust anybody that's just kind of like hanging around leisurely in this place, in the state it's in.
Your friends can stay here.
We're really looking for the Scarecrow.
Like, they didn't slouch on the production for this thing.
Number 4 will do for this afternoon.
If that ain't eerie, I don't know what is.
I think you're very beautiful.
Wish should hope so. Just who might you be? What are you doing here?
I'm Dorothy Gale.
Dorothy Gale.
Watched the Industrial Light and Magic documentary on Disney Plus the other day, and been watching a lot of Corridor Crew lately. So like, I love looking at like these older movies and seeing how they kind of like thinking about how they put together a lot of the effects and stuff.
You will be rather attractive. One day. Not at all beautiful, you understand.
Dude, was she running around with an actual chicken, though? It did look like it. Hippo. Alligator. Horsey. Julius Caesar. Dude.
The Gnome King's Mountain.
Ah, Dorothy. I'd rather take my chances back in Kansas.
Dude, look at those Thomas the Tank Engine looking faces lining that window. Oh my god. You know, it's probably more in line with the actual illustrations from the book itself, but my lord, I don't like it. Whoa!
Mom, is that you?
The pumpkin from her room.
A man or a melon?
A pumpkin, if you please.
Aw.
My name's Jack. Jack Pumpkinhead.
He seems so polite.
May I ask a favor of you?
Oh.
Very nice, sir.
Oh, thank you. I've been alive such a short while, and I'm afraid of spoiling before I've seen anything of the world.
Me too, brother.
It worked.
Oh.
Here I am.
How does life?
He's got to be like a combo of like puppeteering with a figure in there as well.
It's in Cabinet 31 with her original head.
What happened to your mother?
She vanished.
What in dear lord is that? Joker's caribou? What the fuck?
Jack, Belina, listen. Here's what we have
Dude,
to do.
I love that. In fact, I just really love the VFX in this so far. Wow, like the breaks in his knees. Like, I would say that's a person in the suit, but if it is, they're mimicking that really well. Otherwise, that's a puppet. I don't know.
Dorothy?
That's got to be a person just doing really good mimery. And then here, it looks like a puppet. Aww.
Thank you.
I like Jack. What's the origin of, like, what is the origin of, like, Jack, like, for jack-o'-lanterns? Like, what? I've never really even paid it no mind. Like, Jack Skellington, like, jack-o'-lantern, Jack, him, but whatever. Like, I don't know. I've never really thought about where that came from.
Over here, Belina.
What on earth are they doing? They trying to, like, make a sled?
Pumpkin heads make chicken fly the coop.
The fuck, is his thinking winding down? Because he's not making any sense. Why is 31 of all things the original's spot? I would put that like number 1. Or at the end. Why 31? That's the nurse! Oh! That makes sense. She's multi-faceted? Two-faced. Oh, but that makes so much sense. Because the nurse was, like, she was told to trust her, to listen to her and all this stuff, and then, like, in turn, the fuck? Betrayed her. Is that Glinda? The Good Witch?
His brains ran down.
Oh, if his brains ran down,
Got
how
it.
could he talk?
It happens to people all the time.
She's completely right, man. Dude, that thing is terrifying. So much of this movie has been nightmare fuel, man.
I don't know these words.
Read them anyway.
We are tia pia.
Peog.
Oh God.
Jack, go help TikTok get aboard. Belina, get in. Can you flap your wings?
A chicken? Why is a chicken so? I don't understand. Wow, yeah, they did. They were making like a flying thing out of this. Splat. Yeah, I'm sorry. I know it's Oz, but yeah, nah. Nah, fam. I ain't feeling it. That would have went.
Here, Jack, give me your hand. TikTok, will you help me pull? Wake up! Wake up, all of you! Get up! Get up!
Were they just fucking sleeping on the front porch?
And make sure you bring back that chicken.
You know, I wonder how viable, like being on all fours with wheels like that, how that would go. I would like to actually try it.
A thing.
Just a thing.
We built you and brought you to life.
With a Gump's head on it.
Take us to the Gnome King. To rescue
I don't know
us
why,
all.
man. This thing is giving me major, like, Chimera vibes from, like, Full Metal Alchemist. Big brother Edward, want to play?
I don't think I could turn if I wanted to.
Why don't we just fly back to Kansas?
Shut the hell up.
I'm awfully sleepy right now.
I'm not gonna lie,
I have
like,
my own head.
Belina being there just makes me want to, like, really want some chicken right now.
Good night, Mom.
Good night, Mom. Oh, no. You said it so much sweeter than that, but, like, it's still so fucking funny, but creepy. What is that called? Is that a mandolin?
There's nobody left who even knows who you are.
Okay, maybe it's not Glinda then. Maybe that's the little girl from the hospital.
Wheelers.
Mr. Gump, can't you fly any faster?
Run, Forrest, run. Oh, good. Well. Deadly desert. Well, we got to see it in action. I'm not gonna lie, man, for the time, this movie's really, really, really well put together. And actually pretty solid. Robin Hood and Little John running through the forest. Hoodalolly, golly, what a day.
The rope on the other side.
Oh no! His head! No! No! Not!
Well, all right, hold on. I'm not sure I know how to do this.
This is so weird, this Gump contraption thing. Ah, you can see the wires holding up the head. Brian Henson. The voice. Oh, I recognize him. He's in The Labyrinth. Lots of Jim Henson stuff. Well, it's in the name. It's Brian Henson. Same with Sean Barrett, who's doing the voice of TikTok. Oh, his head's upside down.
TikTok, you've got to be more careful.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Yes, Your Majesty.
I don't know, Your Majesty.
Well, find out.
What about the gum? He's all in pieces.
And good riddance.
Like this rock effect, like we've been seeing like periodically throughout, is just really well done, man. Really interesting.
Now, she is on our mountain with a small army.
She is more powerful than I thought. What about the chicken?
What is with the chicken?
When we are here with our army to conquer you and force you to give it back.
I love this effect. Wow. Anyway, what I was saying was like, I think it's funny, like the only place this Oz really like knows and equates like anything to outside of itself is like Kansas.
All the precious stones in the world are made here in my underground.
Oh, so is he saying that he's reclaiming the Emerald City?
That is not the point. I am not the thief.
Hey!
Dorothy!
Scarecrow!
Nightmare fuel! Jesus, the flare. That lightning strike flash on his face. Oh my god, terrifying.
Transformed him into an ornament, into an amusing and beautiful ornament for my palace. I had been planning to do it.
This is the doctor.
Your coming here reminded me.
His cadence.
Thank you.
I could kind of hear it in the modulation, but it's the way he's talking, the cadence of his speech. And plus, he's the only person we haven't really seen like equated to in this world yet. It's gotta be him.
All right then, where's Dorothy?
Why do they have this weird, like, vocal effect on Mombi of all people?
All right, we accept.
Oh, good.
Again, like these rock effects are really, one, good, well executed, but visually appealing, man. I really like it.
I should have quit when I was ahead.
Dun-dun.
Good luck, Mr. Gump.
I asked him to come along to the Everest. I'm happy. No.
Wow, he is really Eeyoring his ass up over there.
Limestone pie. And hot melted silver.
I'm sorry?
Melted silver?
Silver. I heard sulfur. Neither's good for a human to ingest, but still. One's a little better than the other, I'd imagine. What the hell? He became more humanoid.
What's that?
He's got eyeballs now. Is he absorbing them to become more tangible? Gump didn't come back.
What I think is all that matters.
But you didn't tell us about it.
You didn't ask. Perhaps you'd like to visit my fiery furnace.
Being an ornament will probably be hardest on you, Dorothy, since you're used to eating and sleeping and other such activities. Since I never eat or sleep, I won't miss them.
Ah!
Won't become ornaments.
TikTok's not even alive.
I have always valued my lifelessness.
I love these characters, man. Everybody's, well, Jack and TikTok. I'm not hugely into Billina or the Gump.
You too, Billina. We're a long way from
Oh, right. Billina's in the head. They don't know she's in here. That's gonna have to play a part. They've been like freaking out about this, the fact that she's got a chicken with her this entire time. Oh, he's actually got facial hair this time. Yeah, man, he's absorbing them. Jack's gone. He's more and more human.
You came all this way for a scarecrow?
This dude's a really good actor, too. I love his expressions and...
My ruby slipper.
No.
They're rubies, they are gemstones. They would belong to him, right?
His action must have run down. I wound up as that. But I forgot to do his action.
Yeah, I would top off every one. If I had to do one, I would do all three every time, man.
You don't have to go down there. I can use the ruby slippers and send you home. And when you get back...
He's so goofy looking, though, with those on. It's so funny, the contrast. He's like, "Mwahaha," and then he's just like, "Tee-hee-hee, my little feetsies." Well, this is not what I expected in here to look like. To be fair, when he said knickknacks, ornaments, and stuff like that, and we just see this cave, I don't know what I would have expected, to be honest. Not this, though. I don't know. It's very antithetical to the entire, like, decorum outside of this area.
TikTok, you're all wound up. What's the matter? Why did you stop?
It was my way of getting you in here.
Oh!
And if I guess incorrectly, you can watch and see what I am changed into. That may give you a clue.
What a good idea.
That's really not a bad idea.
Damaged because I am having difficulty guessing.
TikTok.
Oh, come on.
Don't cry.
I just noticed his bolts even have the Z's inscribed on them. Well, that's not fair. The lights turned out. Didn't even get to see what he turned into.
TikTok!
That's some bullshit.
You're all that's left.
And he's just a dirty old man now.
She's already here, but not for much longer.
I don't know, man. I like him as a villain. I just like, I don't know. There's something about the way he, like, carries himself. I just like it, man. I was like, I don't know. Fuck it. He's also just got an interesting design about him.
Dorothy!
Jesus Christ, no.
You were green.
What?
You were a green ornament.
I was?
Maybe people can turn into green ornaments.
He's so fucking freaky, man.
Green, green, green. Green. It's green.
Oh, he's changing back. Wait, he's got Billina in him. Somebody work out? That's gotta come around some way, man. They've mentioned it way too many times. What the fuck? Poison. Allergic to eggs?
Poison indeed.
Poison. Poison to gnomes.
Is that a thing? That eggs are poisonous to gnomes? Well, alrighty then. I can't believe the chicken is what saved the day. Yo! Dude. It has been restored!
I do not remember leaving the Gnome Kingdom.
That's okay, you happy little potato. Yeah, man, look at that fucking circle with the Z in it, man. You gotta smash that, and you're killing a putty. Queen Dorothy, Queen of Oz, Queen of Oz.
We're the best friends anyone's ever had. I've got to go back.
I really like that Tin Man.
I wish I could be in both places at the same time.
Ah, look! Behind you in the mirror.
Yeah, that's the girl. Also, look how shiny TikTok is right now. He's so chrome.
Help me step through the glass, Dorothy.
Every time she did see her in the real world, she always noticed her first through a reflection. I still don't know if she's actually like a real person on the other side though. She never really interacted with anything else around her.
My real mom!
She did bring her the pumpkin.
She enchanted her into the mirror.
I forgive Mom, but Dorothy has punished her by removing her magical powers. And a witch with no magic is a miserable creature indeed.
Her father usurped by the wizard.
Goodbye, Dorothy.
You're not coming back, Alina?
No. Not to that stupid humdrum world again.
And that's because the storm killed you on the real side. Not gonna lie, Cowardly Lion looks kind of rough, but...
Give my love to all the chickens.
I love you so much.
Bye, Dorothy.
Right.
Bye, Dorothy.
That's the electricity surging through your brain right now, deleting all of this. What the hell are you doing out here? Or how far did you get washed away?
It's Dorothy.
The clinic was hit by lightning.
What?
Everybody was rescued except Dr. Worley. He ran into rescue his machines.
Holy shit. It got burned down after all of that. Wait a minute, why is she locked up? Why is she in a prison cart? What does she have to do with it? It's not arson, they clearly said it was lightning. I know that's to parallel what was going on in Oz, but like, real world? What is she being put away for? You know, even like a lot of people don't think about it. Like this angle, this is a VFX shot. Like a lot of times in these movies and stuff, like there's reflections. That angle, you wouldn't see her like that.
What is it, darling? I'm busy.
Nothing.
You can see the crop around her. I love it. I really liked this movie, man. I really, really did. Based on the books, The Land of Oz and Ozma of Oz. Okay, so not That's kind of what I was led to believe. I felt like the description on Wikipedia was a little misleading. All in all, everything said, like, it was a really sweet, wholesome, fun adventure when you got away from that mental institution she was being sent to have her brain melted out of her head. Because that started off, the first whole segment of this movie is really dark. Like, considering, like, they probably didn't think anything of it going into this. I can't imagine it's Disney thinking that too deeply on it. Like, oh, it's the period, this is what they would do. But, like, going deeper into it, like, the effects of that, the implications that come with that, like, that's so messed up, man. Like, in the real world, this probably happened to thousands of girls, thousands of boys, like children, people of all ages struggling with mental illness that just wasn't understood. And then they had their minds fried. The demons and the insecurities expelled. But guess what? They are trapped drooling in a chair now for eternity. Because you couldn't put up with it. It's just, it's so upsetting, man. Like, that whole first bit of this film was, like, genuinely kind of upsetting me. Not even kinda, it was. Because anytime that's addressed, like, it always kind of hits me pretty hard because that's just kind of one of those sad truths that kind of comes with the world we live in, the world we've lived in. Up until this point, to get to where we are, some of the sacrifices have been made, then the like search, the progress in this field, and how many people were just kind of snuffed out to get to this point. It's just like a sad, sad, terrible thought for me. For someone who deals with his own mental illness at any, like, if I was born in the wrong century, man, like, I could just be strapped into a chair, then that's it. Had somebody, like, not giving me the time of day or anything of that nature. But that aside, I thought this was really well done, man. From the pacing to the writing to the visual effects, especially for its time, for 85, this was really well. Maybe not the best of its era, but for something like this, it probably definitely didn't have a lot behind it, backing it. Was really well put together. I mean, especially like the rock creatures that we saw, like the gnomes and the Gnome King. That whole effect was brilliantly done. Jack, TikTok even. I still am not sure 100% how that was done, if that was a combination of different effects. I'd love to see like maybe a behind the scenes on how this was made, because I would really love that. Fruga Bulk as this is just a fantastic little realization in there. Because she does, like, going back, because I haven't seen anything post-craft, I don't think, with her in it. But, like, you can definitely see the correlation between her at this age and her in the craft. Again, it was silly. It was goofy, as this kind of, what would you call it, franchise, I guess, is. I mean, it's a series of children's books, as it was. Like the fantastical, all these different weird zany things, the Pale Tree, you know, the Wheelers, which oddly enough as an idea does sound ridiculous, but oh my lord, they were freaky from the sounds they made and then the way they were portrayed by the actors themselves. Like, woo, 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 and then the fucking noises they made, and then those unnatural, just blood-curdling screeches. When they sounded the alarms, it was just nuts, dude. And then, hold on. Who's the actor that played the doctor who got just axed off screen? What's his name? Because he did a really good job as the Gnome King. He was just so charismatic. Nicol Williamson. He did a fantastic job. I really liked him as the Gnome King, as this villain in here, because he just had this air about him, this playful, jovial nature to him, while at the same time, just preying upon them, manipulating them in this entire way. And he did come replace, like, having a point about, like, the emeralds and the Emerald City and all that stuff, but he just took it 100 steps too far the other way. But, like, the effects with him were just spot on. Every time he claimed one of them and turned him into an ornament, and then he would just become subtly more and more human. It started with him, like, popping off from the rock face, getting those humanoid eyes. And then the next phase, he just had still some rock on his face, but a little bit of peach, a little bit of his mustache and beard started popping through after that point. And then from there forward, he was just kind of popping up until he regressed, until he became full-on Andros there towards the end. It was wild, man. I gotta say, like, again, I'm just really blown away by this movie from the times and the practical effects and the visual trickery that went into making a lot of these scenes come together. And I think Fairuza, I still don't know how to actually properly say her name. She did a really good job as a young Dorothy, actually an age-appropriate Dorothy. And Jean Marsh, of course, as Queen Mombi and the nurse. She's an actress I've seen quite a lot, actually. But yeah, I really enjoyed this. I think the only characters I wasn't all that gravitated towards was Belina, the chicken. But in the end, she ended up being really pivotal to that entire story. And the Henson, the Jim Henson affiliation with this definitely lent a heavy load to them pulling off a lot of these effects. And I like, again, that like with the original in this, you can see all the parallels from her waking world to Oz itself. Like the correlations, the lunch pail, the winding gears from the electrical machine, the orderlies, the nurse, the doctor, and all of that making its way into Oz itself. The question for me is Ozma. Like, is that Oz bleeding into Dorothy into the real world, or was she an actual patient that also got away, or maybe even drowned for all we know during the storm from that point onward? Or is that like a pure fabrication, or is that purely Ozma? Because we know she wasn't interacting with the door. She never made a sound when she came to and from. She brought the jack-o'-lantern and all that jazz. So I don't know. That's the one thought that's kind of left up in the air for interpretation, as with the original in this. A lot of it is. It's like, is it all in her head? Is it an actual place? That's not the point. The point's the adventure, and the point's the story along the way, and the imagination, the freedom of it. I really enjoyed this, man. It was pretty solid. I think this was a pretty solid follow-up. And I gotta say, like, just by comparison, I might have enjoyed TikTok and Jack more than, say, the Tin Man and maybe even the Cowardly Lion. Scarecrow, though, I have to give it to the Judy Garland film still to this day, man. I do. I like that Scarecrow a lot. He definitely beats out this iteration. I will also say I did appreciate that Fairuza in this had some very Judy Garland-like cadences to the way she's talking throughout this film. The way she delivered a lot of her lines was very Judy Garland-esque. I really did appreciate that. It wasn't often, but it was still pretty solid here and there. But I'm impressed with this film. I didn't really have high expectations going into this movie. I'll be 100% honest. I really didn't. But I enjoyed the watch at the end of the day. And I'm honestly, like, when I saw this, like, winning the poll, I was kind of shocked with the entire list of films that we had on there, that this was the one that won. And it won by a pretty large margin. Up until that point, it had been in a two-way tie between this and Tag, the Jeremy Renner film. And, you know, I posted a little reminder being like, hey guys, we're coming down to the wire. I got a tie here. Guys, got to break the tie. Bunch of people swarmed in and just nailed this movie, giving it a 20%. Brought it up to like 25%. I think the Tag was the next one at 11 after everything was said and done, which was crazy. We have a pretty large bulk list of movies that are on that list, though, so that's part of the reason that came to be. But, guys, we did it. I really enjoyed this film. So far, you guys have been giving me just gems here and there, man. From Sandlot to Willow to, what was that movie? Predestination with Ethan Hawke. Then The Martian. Now this, like, some really great picks, man, really. And you're broadening my scope, and I really appreciate that, man. But yeah, I like this a lot. Maybe for a lot of you, you're experiencing it for the first time along with me. If you are, I'd love to know your thoughts specifically going through this. If you watched it for the first time for the watch along with us, what did you think? For a lot of you that grew up with this, I'd love to know your thoughts as well. What did you think about my reaction? So guys, I'm going to pass it off to you. Sound off the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We'll carry on the conversation after the video. Feel free to join us in our Discord. We can talk about it there as well. Links to that in all my socials description box below. Follow me in each and every one of those. Before we go, I want to shout out our channel legends, Manny Sherritt, Ryan Karen, Jason Coleman, Philly Vane, Yori, Corey Scott, Margaret Grace, Mary Bradley, Melito, Robert Anguano, and Raven McCann. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. That's it for this, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Remember, join the Patreon or the YouTube memberships, and you can vote on what movie we react to next. But that's it for now, guys. I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, everybody.